Fighting Collection 2. Now, we did see before the Capcom Fighting Game Collection 1, and it had a lot of focus on Darkstalkers in it. Now, we just got this announcement trailer earlier today from the Nintendo Partner Showcase. So we're going to check out and see what the Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is going to be about. And let's take a look here. I love the art from Aikman.
I ain't never scared, never quitting is the motto. Yeah, come on. Everybody come alive real quick. Battle of the strong, survival of the fit. Take your best shot, hope you don't miss. A new challenger is among us. They can take it higher, can take it much farther. Fast with the hands, E Honda. Defend my legacy with strength and honors. This is my
Ooh. So they just released the information today. And that's why they're saying that this is not going to be official dated yet. So it's just coming out sometime in 2025. So they aren't giving any of the dates for that just yet. But we know that Nintendo is super stoked. They're saying that they're going to be having it for the Nintendo Switch. I bet you any amount of money it's going to be on PC, and then it will be also on PlayStation. Alpha 3 Max. Okay, so let's take a look here. We're going to go through it again. Okay, so Nakaruru, I always liked her. Okay, so basically what's going on is that in the Capcom Fighting Game Collection, the second version of this, there's going to be 8 games. A lot of these games have crossovers with SNK. There's going to be the art drawings, art draftings there in the gallery, and for the sides, the marquee sides, and that is the sides of what the arcade cab would have. And a lot of times, the player inputs for character inputs are going to be on the sides of the screen, and then the art on what the sides of the actual arcade box is. They're going to have the jukebox with the music player with all the different music on it, enhanced features of today's games are going to be in there. So, enhanced training room. Secret characters are now going to be playable and accessible. Current and advanced training mode. Hitboxes, hurtboxes, character setups, things like that. Access to different gauges. You can save the game mid-games, one-button specials, different filter features. There's going to be rollback. You can play casually, have leaderboards, lobbies, and ranked play. So that's a lot of good things. And like I said, a lot of this stuff, the games in the past did not have access to, and now they are making it available for for all the games in current time. This is very interesting. They really started to get into the whole 3D option with a lot of this. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure really. It's Alpha 3. So they had Ingrid there. She's playable. Jetta. Very nice. Dan, Joe. Morgan, Dan, Akuma, Joe, Nakaruru. Yahoo! No one can stop the evolution of Sakio's style. Leave it to me to take home the victory. Oops. Capcom Fighting Evolution. Enable secret characters.
Never scared, never quit.
Yori.
Is the motto.
Hitboxes, hurtboxes. Oh yeah, this is interesting. So they said additional filters, and then they basically show them going through all these different screen filters. So some of it looks like it's really bright, and others look like it's more shadowy. Like, see how it looked different there? It really kind of cleared up. Roll back. I love Aikman's style. I always did. I always thought just looked so good. Wow. So nice that he did all this. Unbelievable. Very, very cool. Fighting Evo was an interesting game. I like the soundtrack. Red Earth characters. Yeah, yeah, they're very unique, right? That guy with the lion head. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Yeah, maybe. Or that could be in another group. It's possible. It's possible it could be in another group there. So it says here that it's going to have Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000 Pro, Capcom versus SNK 2, Mark of the Millennium 2001, Power Stone, Power Stone 2, Project Justice, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Upper, Capcom Fighting Evolution, Plasma Sword, Nightmare of Bilstein. If you see the website for Capcom Fighting Game Collection 2 and on Capcom's information for it, it says that it's also going to be on a PlayStation 4 and Steam. I mean, it would make sense that, of course, Nintendo's going to want to advertise for their own game. But yeah, or their own system. Yeah, but that makes sense. That makes sense. The interesting thing that really kind of drives this whole concept home is the fact that there's ties to SNK characters here. And this really helps uplift everything that they're doing momentum wise. So what they're doing is that they're letting out information saying we created some licenses to go back and forth, and we brought Terry and Mai over into Street Fighter 6, and we knew that towards the beginning of summertime, right? And then the City of the Wolves was releasing Terry, and then they released Mai, and then we got the information on Terry in Street Fighter 6, and bits and pieces of gameplay and everything else. And every time that they do all this stuff and they release things at certain times, it keeps the momentum going on the two companies and the two games, right? And even this, even though it's classic, it's still really good information because it's not just this classic game. We're seeing characters that are familiar characters that are going to be in multiple places at once, basically. So this doesn't just help promote the Capcom Fighting Collection. It helps promote Street Fighter 6, and it helps promote City of the Wolves and Capcom and SNK as companies in general. So, it's all very 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 smart marketing in how they're doing all of this. Yeah, very very good, very good. And I bet you the closer that we get to City of the Wolves, they'll keep announcing new things with this, new things with Terry. Terry will go live. and then Mai is going to be dropping information and coming out, and they'll keep dropping more information for City of the Wolves, and then City of the Wolves will go live just about the same time when Mai does. So yeah, so it's all very good marketing. Reshade. Interesting. Yeah, I never heard of that. Never heard of that. Let me look it up. Huh. Yeah, that's something very cool. Very, very cool there. So supposedly, also, this is supposed to be the front cover of the game. So you have Ryu here and Terry. So that's also a very, very, very big deal. So you have the two lead characters here, really in lead icons for the companies. For Capcom, it's Ryu, and for SNK, it's Terry Bogard, and then we're going to have right behind Ryu, but still standing in the center, and prominent is Chun Li and Mai, you know, going back and forth there, and then everybody else is a little bit further back in the background and even sort of out of focus a tiny bit there, but a lot of prominence here on Terry and Ryu, and then immediately centered on Chun Li and Mai. So very, very cool on how they have that. Yeah, the game looks, the collection looks very good. At Evo, we were able to see some of the Marvel collection. I'm sure that this will be playable. They'll have this somewhere for people to try. It's still very, very early. We just heard about the announcement earlier today, so but they'll have it somewhere. Yeah, very neat. Lots to offer there and go over. Very, very cool. So that pretty much sums up everything for the Capcom Fighting collection for the second one there. They may start to do a look into each of the games like they did for the Marvel one, and then they'll drop a trailer for each of the fighting games that are in this collection. Yeah, I can't wait for this one. We be playing these on Steam? Possibly. Yeah, possibly. I know that I just bought the Street Fighter one for Super Turbo, so we're going to be getting back to playing ST again, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll look into it. We'll look into it. It's weird to see Ingrid on the cover. Oh, well, people were really drawn to her. People really liked her. You know, just there's some characters that people just really enjoy. I think they like their design, and then they like the initial story of them and everything. Yeah. Well, I I don't know. I don't know. Her story is she's supposed to be. I think she's supposed to be from outer space. Let's look her up just to make sure.
Tiger!
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Wonky, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So Ingrid is known as the Eternal Goddess and Isis. She was supposed to appear in the canceled Capcom Fighting All Stars, but she actually was first in Capcom Fighting Evolution. She's an enigmatic and powerful being of an unknown origin and is still a mystery. And she has a mysterious destiny. Ono helped design her. She has long silver hair. Seeking to reclaim it, for Ingrid sets off fearing that something terrible will happen if she doesn't do it so quickly, is confronted by evil Ryu, recognizing the power has control over him. He is too much for him to control. Ryu tries to attack her and ends up being defeated. Comes to his senses. She starts going after M. Bison. Then she meets up with Rose. And she keeps going after Bison. Rose can't see her past or her future. Ingrid gets the Bison. He realizes that somehow she's tied to psycho power. Bison and Ingrid start fighting back and forth. He tries to take Ingrid's powers away from her, and she ends up destroying Bison's body. And then she takes the psycho drive machine that Bison had, and she takes it way into the future, and she looks into Ryu's future. Very interesting. Alpha 3. Yeah. I think they, and the thing with trying to have characters with a little bit more of open beginnings and endings or open storyline is that, as the stories start to develop with all the other characters, it gives them more free room to deal with, you know, which is okay. I mean, I could see that because they might have an idea of going down one branch, one path, and then the next thing you know, they're working on all these other characters, and then they go, oh, well, this sounds like a better idea, so let's switch and have them do something else, you know? Yeah. So if she doesn't understand her past or her future, it could lead to say, well, they could figure out some sort of a new adventure for her future, and then her past, maybe she went through something crazy, you know? Yeah. Yeah, very cool. So she's in here.
They can take it high, you can take it much farther.
Fast with the hands, E Honda. Defend my legacy with strength and honor. Showdown, this is my
Very good. Well, it looks very, very exciting. Very, very exciting there. And what makes this even more interesting is the fact that, okay, you can see Mai's hair right there, which means Chun-Li's right here. That's her sleeve. Here's Ryu. Here's Terry. And there she is, Ingrid, right there. That's something. Yeah, there's a lot of focus on her. Yeah, a lot of focus on her. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. So, we're not going to know about the date until more time has passed. It's coming in some point in time in 2025. It gives us a lot to look forward to. Yeah, looks like it's going to be a good one. Very cool game there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Fighting Game Collection 2 and the 8 games here that are in that. And of course, that's going to be Capcom vs. SNK Millennium Fight 2000, Capcom vs. SNK 2001, Capcom Fighting Evolution, Alpha 3 Upper, Power Stone 2, Project Justice, and Plasma Sword. So, very, very cool things to look forward to. Coming out officially sometime in 2025. And, yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. More collaborations there with SNK. Very, very cool.